Hello to my Capricorns. All right, Capricorns, let's see what kind of week you all are going to have. We're going to try to keep this short and sweet because sometimes the readings don't come out that short. Sometimes they come out extra long. But we're going to see. If you all had hopefully you all had a good weekend. So if you had if you celebrate Easter or Resurrection Sunday, hopefully you all had a good Easter or Resurrection Sunday. Depending on where you were in the world, hopefully the weather was beautiful where you were. Hopefully if it was sunny and the weather was beautiful, hopefully you got outside, you kind of opened up your arms to the sun and, kind of sort of stretched those arms out to the sun and recharged and reset and just soaked it all in like you were a little gemstone or crystal. So let's get into it. Capricorns. Let's do it. See what's in your cards. Don't forget to send out, love and light to your collective community, Capricorn. You never know what your fellow Cappies are going through, right? Don't forget, take a minute to, watch your sun, moon, rising, Venus, whatever. These readings go out to every part of where Capricorn is in your birth chart. You all rule 10th house. This is a general reading, so take on what resonates with you. A lot of times people don't know what other people are going through, right? So as I channel these messages, I pick up on other people's energy. So, sending lots of good energy your way. Let's get into it. Let us get into it. You all rule 11th house. 10th house, 10th house is all about career, life goals, achievement, public image. It's the masculine side of ourselves, social status, fame, those kind of things, right? So don't forget to pull your birth chart. This is a general reading, so take only what resonates with you. If you're interested in a personal reading, my information is down below in the description, so let's get it. All right? All right, I've already prayed over your cards, already cleared your space. Let's do it. High vibrations only. That's right, high vibrations only. That's going to make all the difference in the world when you're around people who are high vibrations only. It does not mean that negative thoughts are not going to come in, but you're going to have to choose to what action are you going to take. You can write it down, toss it into a burning bowl. You can address it, but don't dismiss it as if, oh my God, they just being so negative. I can't take it. Okay, you can address it right then and there. Okay, negative thought comes across your mind. Okay, what's the solution? Right? What's the solution? You're the manager of your thoughts. You're the manager of things. Manage them. Manage them. Okay? So let me give somebody an example of what I'm saying. Let's say it's raining outside. And let's say the rain bothers your joints, right? Let's say the rain, your joints become inflamed when it rains outside, right? And that's legit. It does. It inflames, it plays some role in hurting people. It makes some people, they go, oh my God, it's raining outside. I'm gonna be late for work. Oh my gosh, I didn't expect for it to rain. People don't know how to drive in the rain. People just act like they forgot how to drive in the rain. Y'all know how it is. But you could also look at it as like, but you know what? The trees and the grass are also being cleansed as well. The earth is being cleansed, right? Y'all see the point, right? You can always look at the other side of it. It's a choice, right? Look at the other side of it. Even when your friends are bringing stuff, you can help them to see the light side of something. So let's see what the angel number is. 511, inner power, unlock your potential. So your angels call upon you to think of something you are scared to do and consider doing it. So it's time to have confidence in the parts of yourself you feel are weak. And there is a supportive angelic energy on your side. So reflect on what you feel you can't get because of lack of confidence in life. So asking for a raise, making a friendship closer, taking that new class. The time to go for it is now, right? So somebody may be kind of stuck. See the number 11? 11 is this is where you're trying to get off the fence. 11 is a master number. So this is where you're going to source first. That's the first action that you're taking. So you're taking some kind of action to raise your frequency. This color right here, orange, is the feminine chakra, that's sacral chakra, right? So instead of being impulsive, remember this color orange right here, connects us with the basic need of variety, right? So it connects us with a feeling, right? So you want to feel joy, creativity, adaptability, sensuality, fertility, emotional range, sexuality, right? So you have a feeling about something, right? And so to go to the next level, you want to feel significant in some area. That's the basic need. That would be the third chakra. You want to feel the basic need is significant in some area, right? So you want to walk away after you've prayed about something more powerful, confident, charismatic, strong-willed, motivated, more of a leader, more mental clarity, right? So that would be like, okay, I need some more clarity about something. My emotions, I'm kind of confused about something, and I need more clarity. But somebody's clear. The water is kind of murky, right? Your emotions are kind of murky. I'm confused about something, and I need some clarity, right? Remember, you all are a very structured sign who needs, you all are an incredibly smart sign. When you're in environments where people are almost making you feel like you are not smart enough or you shouldn't be asking more questions, that's an indicator right there. Either they don't know, they either don't know, and in that case, they should be saying, you know what, I don't know, but let me see if I can help you find an answer. Let me see if I can find somebody to help you. Y'all know what I'm saying? Like, if you've ever walked in spaces where, let's say, the receptionist or secretary or somebody doesn't have the answer to something. They may say, you know what, I don't have the answer. I really don't know. In all humility, I don't know. But let me see if I can open up this, I was about to say Rolodex. Y'all know I'm telling my age. I'm talking about Rolodex. Look. Let me find out. Let me see if I can find an answer, right? Because now people are like looking stuff up on their computer, right? But let me see if I can find an answer. Find an answer, right? But if a person is almost like making you feel like you should know something, that says a lot about them. You should know this by now. Why would you know it? Nobody knows all the answers. Nobody. You're asking for clarity. You just want to know. You just want to know, and that's it. You just want to know. That's it, right? You want to be empowered. You just want to know. You should not be vibrating. You shouldn't feel low just because you have questions. Right? Nor should anybody else leaving your presence feel low because they felt like a conversation was recorded, or they felt like you was videotaping them. Or you shouldn't feel like somebody was videotaping or recording you. That's also water. Remember, modern day water felt like modern day water is, remember, water is reflective. So somebody should be able to ask you that question. It goes both ways. Somebody should be able to ask you that question too. Same thing. Water is reflective. And we haven't even gotten out to the higher chakras. Remember, when we talk about auric layer, I put up an entire, on my Instagram page, TikTok, and also YouTube Shorts. I put how to cleanse your auric layer. All of that information is there. All of the information is there in my auric layers. How to cleanse your auric layer. We had a full pink moon in Libra. Libra are the scales of justice. Those two scales, healthy work-life balance. If you have a feeling, this is the I feel chakra. If you have a feeling about something in your home or work life, you should be able to ask a question without walking away feeling like you're having digestive issues, timid, chronic fatigue, low self-esteem, scared, being bullied, lied to, whatever. You should feel like you have high vibrations. Like, okay, I feel empowered. I feel clear now. I feel like I got the answers I wanted. Right? Not like you being baited into something and then somebody striking. Baiting and switching. There you go. So this is what I'm seeing here. This is taking you to the next chakra. This is the second chakra, and this is masculine chakra. This is significant. I was baited into something and then made feel insignificant again. I was baited into something and made feel insignificant yet again. How many times are you baited into something and made feel insignificant again before you finally say, okay, enough is enough. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. And I'm talking to you wherever Capricorn is in your birth chart. Before the scales are removed from your eyes. Remember the duality of snakes. This is the year of the snake. This is the year of rebirth. Before you close something out. Before you close something out. Before you finally say, okay. That would be like literally your manager saying to you at work. And I think we've all seen this. Everybody has seen it in the workplace, right? Now, whether your manager is the one that's holding the wallet or not, and usually that's not the case. So I keep trying to tell people, like, stop blaming your manager. They're usually not the one that's holding the wallet. You may be mad at them, but they're usually not the ones, right? It's usually higher up. Somebody else has the pen to sign off on the budget, right? But Source is saying to you, if your manager is the one that's making the promise, okay, within this length of time, you should be able to get a raise, but then you keep being baited into something, and you do everything you can to get a raise, and then you don't get it. At some point, instead of you getting mad, this is fire hot Cheetos mad, at some point you're just going to have to say, you know what, I'm tired of being confused. I don't know who's behind the confusion. But I need the scales need to be removed from my eyes. I need to just move on, for real. I just need to move on. I need to go ahead and tap into my inner power, unlock my own potential, and I need to vibrate higher. I have the potential to do better. I need to vibrate higher. It's at some point, I need to find out what my north node is, and I need to do what I was called to do from the Creator. I need to do that. I need to go where I'm called to do. I need to connect with energies who are keeping me enlightened. I need to pray about it. Source, give me an exit strategy, because I'm feeling lower and lower and lower. My money getting lower. My self-esteem is getting lower. I'm tired of stuff where everybody else feeling like they getting higher. Everybody else in the office tap dancing and happy, and my money getting lower and lower and lower, and everybody else seeing like their pockets getting fatter. I don't get it. I'm confused. What the heck is going on? Right? So people must be working together, and people working together, and you're seeing it. You can even see it in social media. You see it in social media. People must be working together in social media. Like what? So you're tapping into unlocking your potential. You're learning how to unlock your potential, but while keeping your vibrations high. Because otherwise, not only is your morale getting lower and lower and lower, you will start to look like you are a snake. You will start to look like the negative side of a snake. You'll look like you're the one that's sneaky and people can't trust you. And that's not while you're trying to go through a rebirth. Because now your morale is low, your mood is low. You're just like, they don't know what's on your mind because you detached. All of that. You look like you're doing something strange for change, funny for money. So it's the same because you're not operating in North Node. You keep falling for the bait. So high vibrations only. Keep your vibrations high. Right? So Source wants you to be more conservative with your time. Yeah. Source wants you to be more conservative with your time. So if somebody is tied to two karmics. Somebody is now tied to two karmics because somebody keeps falling for the bait. Somebody keeps falling for the bait. And so it's time for you to move on. Time for you to move on from something. You fell for some kind of bait, some kind of lie, and now you're tied to two karmics. Yeah. And they assassinated your character behind your back. So, and the light is now shining on that. The light is now shining on it. But some kind of an assignment is over. Some kind of an assignment is over. Confusion is up. The confusion should be up at this point. The confusion is up. So, in case somebody is still confused, pray to Source for clarity. Source, North Node. Pull your birth chart. For those of you all are new to my channel, pull your birth chart. Find out what your north node is, right? Find out what your north node is, right? Look to see what your, what jobs in your north node for you with this in your north node. Maybe start applying for something that's in your north node, right? And start looking for jobs in your north node. Because no matter how clear you are, when source, you're not chasing money, just so we're crystal clear. You're not chasing money, right? But the scales have been removed from your eyes. You're not even looking at other people. You got to your obedience is to source, the creator. Your obedience is to source, the creator. You're not even worried about people assassinating your character behind your back. Something has already been exposed, right? Something has already been exposed, right? You're not worried about that. That is not what you're worried about. You're keeping your vibrations high. What's been exposed is how gifted and talented you are, how resourceful you are, how creative you are. What's already been exposed is that no matter how low energies try to bring you down, you know how to balance your life out. You know how to balance your life out. So Source is trying to get somebody to learn how to act faster. That's what Source is trying to get you to not sit in confused mode longer. That's what Source is trying to help you to learn how to do, Capricorn. That's all it is. And that's why I'm trying to help you to balance out, to tap into your inner power, unlock your potential, and vibrate high. Vibrate high vibrations only. Vibrate high only, right? Then we have the Ten of Cups here. Because I see you making some divine connections here. Here we have the Ten of Cups here. I see you making a lot of divine connections and very harmonious connections is what I'm seeing here in your cards, right? So some people baited you into some kind of a conversation about either you or a loved one, to see if you were going to tell something about you or a loved one. To tell a truth about you or a loved one. And you may have said something. You may have said something. I don't know. I don't know what you would have said, but whatever you may have said about you or a loved one. I don't know what you would have said about you or a loved one, but yeah, here we have, let me see, 6. Because it was like 2 people were paid to bait you into something to see if you would be motivated by money. There's a 10 of Pentacles here. Y'all know this reminds me of? This reminds me of like there's a challenge on Instagram. I don't know if the challenge is still there. I don't know if the challenge is still there. But the challenge was this guy. It was quite a few people, but the challenge was basically like, would you? What was it? What did this? Because I want to make sure I don't mess it up. But the challenge was kind of like, would you sell your family for like $100 or $1,000 or whatever? And he was like, heck, I'll sell my family for like whatever, like nothing, for pennies on a dollar. Something he was saying. But you were baited into something. You were baited into something. Something you were baited into. This person right here has an index finger in their mouth. Yeah, you were baited into something. There's a music note here. So whatever environment you were in, it could have been a maybe a poisonous environment. Maybe people were drinking or talking or whatever the case may be. Like people were trying to get some information or whatever from you or whatever. Something about your family or something. About you and somebody. Let's see if you would say something behind somebody's back. So, anyway, but here's the five of swords here. But like playing mind games and saying something would be used against you. Something could be like something could come back to bite you later or something like that. Something you did or said could come back to bite you later or whatever. So yeah, so here's the Tower card. So I don't know what this is for your reading, but somebody would know. Somebody would know. Yeah, something that but it looks like you're divinely protected, but a light has come on inside, like a total recall of some things. A total recall of some things. Something around like first impression or like first impression or because this would be like first house and eighth house, something like that. First house, eighth house, or whatever. You know, like first house would be like personality, temperament, appearance, self-image, first impression, self-awareness, outlook on life. And then like eighth house would be like renewal, sexuality, death, transformation, shared finances, inheritance, loans, occult, mystery, intimacy, or whatever the case may be, right? So, in other words, so like let's say for instance, I don't know, like let's say for instance if like somebody asks you if somebody in your family reads cards, right? I mean, either they do or they don't. Well, let's say for instance you read cards. Let's say if you read cards, either you do or you don't. If whatever your thoughts are, like on what somebody, if they read cards, or let's say you secretly hate somebody in your family, or you have like you have some like I don't know, you know, anything that you would not say, like anything that you would not say to their face, like anything that you wouldn't say to their face, you know, that like people could use against you later, like anything you wouldn't say to their face, anything like that, right? So here we have the Four of Cups here. So anyway, this would be like apathy. So this would be kind of like a person who maybe like maybe no longer interested in like what they're doing anymore. So I mean, again, take however you take it. Like maybe you said somebody is no longer interested in what they're doing anymore, or you know, I don't know what you may have said. I don't know what you may have said, but whatever. So, or maybe you say you're no longer interested in what you're doing. But I'm saying financial independence for you. I'm just looking at a music note here on this thing right here, but I'm saying financial independence for you. Looking at your cards here. So here we have the Empress card here. So I'm seeing abundance and prosperity growing here in your cards. I'm seeing financial independence for you. Yeah. That is what I'm seeing for you, but high vibrations only, high vibrations only, high vibrations only, high vibrations only. Yeah. So true offering. True offering takes what can be an unbearable cross and returns it to love. Yep. Returns it to love. Returns it to love. Right, returns it to love. It looks like somebody was baited into something, baited into a lie to see if you would fall for it. Looks like the cards here. Looks like you were baited into something to see if you would fall for it. But you and your loved ones are safe. You and your loved ones are safe. So movement. Alrighty. So again, when we talk about North Node, this lets me know that somebody is a prayer warrior. So looking at your cards here, when somebody feels like they're in a, when you feel like you're being baited into something, like let's say just in general, like in the workplace, because this is what's coming to my mind right now. No matter where you work, you can work for, and I know I'm talking to a camera, like wherever you are. Let's say you're somebody is, because everybody has been baited into something. That's everybody. Like nobody is, like everybody has. We're in human form, right? That's why you want to extend yourself grace, right? But Source is saying to you, if, let's say for instance, you work in some kind of like an environment, right? And you're you feel like you're like you and somebody else are up for a job, like you and your colleague, y'all go out to lunch every single day and y'all are up for a job. The movie that I'm thinking about that's coming to mind right now is this movie called, it's two, but one that I'm thinking about right now is, it used to be an old one with Bridget Fonda. It was called Single White Female, but this one, one I'm thinking about is a Single Black Female, and I can't remember if it's the first one or the second one, where these two women were up for this. I think it was a news anchor job. But so this is like during those times when you're like in a very vulnerable space. That's where the time when you want to really go into prayer mode and ask Source for clarity. Like when you're in a very vulnerable space, is like, you may fall for something one time, but then like pour into, like, get your rest, drink your water. You may want to take like a salt bath or something like that, and just like, this right here, this is water. Like this is the I feel sign, right? And just say, okay, I feel like I feel some kind of way about something. I feel like I was baited into something don't feel right. Something is off about something, right? I'm not really sure about something, like, not really sure. That's when you want to go into prayer warrior mode for clarity. Something don't feel right. I need some clarity about something. I need some clarity about something. Yeah. 8 of Wands. Yeah. Some kind of quick progression of something. Yeah, some kind of quick progression of something is happening here. Some kind of quick progression of something is happening here. Yeah, high vibrations only. Mm-hmm. Yep, some kind of search for truth. Some kind of search for truth here. Quick progression of something. Yep, some kind of a search for truth. Mm-hmm. So here's Page of Pentacles here. So Page is a message about some money. So some kind of a new job. I feel like it may be coming through for somebody. Message. And it may be coming through fast for you. Yeah, message could be coming through pretty fast for you. Could be coming through pretty fast. And again, this is another reason why, you know, when I'm talking to you all, like even on my channel and just like one-on-one, like when we're doing like personal readings and stuff, this is why it helps when you don't gatekeep. If you have information to share, source is saying, that's why you see these cards right here, you see light. Like you tap into source. This right here is prayer warrior energy. This light, this sunlight shines a light on something. Tap into your inner power. This is where you get off the fence. The number 5 is like the middle number. You have an innate innate spiritual understanding of the material world. Source is saying to you, if you're a person who is a very patient energy with energy, source is saying get off the fence and enlighten people. Like get off the fence and enlighten people. Right? High vibrations only. If somebody is saying, hey, you know, Capricorn, you know, you have some information about something, enlighten people. That's what source is trying to help somebody. Yeah, enlighten people. That's what source is trying to tell you. Enlighten people. That's what I'm seeing here in your cards. I hope this reading wasn't confusing for some people. I hope it wasn't confusing. There's too many people that's learning online, like how, too many creatives that are learning online how to create multiple streams of income just by reaching across the table, talking to each other, reading comments under the videos, helping each other, for people to just be holding on to information like it's yeah. And there gonna be some people that's gonna say, oh yeah, your words gonna come back to bite you, somebody gonna steal your information. But that's why you pray first, you ask source first. Oh, that's gonna come back to bite you later, you sharing too much information, you pouring out too much. And yeah, there's gonna be those people that's gonna say that. You'll learn the hard way. Those are gonna be people to be negative about it. You gonna learn the hard way. Yeah, but you may not. You may come across that one person that says, no, let's you know, team up and let's create something. That's going to create something that's going to grow. That's going to really, really grow and be abundant. That's why high vibrations only. That's how you, like I said, fill your cup of water up so you know how to tap in, pray first, ask source for, you know, get away from the familiar spirit. Should I trust this person? Should I trust that person? Trust source, right? It's going to be your resurrection. Trust source. Go to source. That's your number 5. That's how you're going to be moving forward from now on. I'm going to be a part of the enlightened crew. Not the sneaky crew that's going, I got to call 15 people before I ask, can I trust this one? Can I trust it? You can trust source. That's who you can trust. Right? 2 of Cups. That's how a lot of your wishes are about to be fulfilled. You learn how to tap in from the inside. Let me just tap in from the inside. So many people are so afraid to share who they're aligning themselves with online, and they don't even realize they're afraid to get the phone call. Oh, you working with this person? You working with that person? Awakening. Oh my Lord, wake me from life as a spiritual sheep. May I hear you through my own instincts and common sense. That's what I'm seeing in your cards. That's what I'm seeing in your cards. Hopefully this makes sense to somebody. Hopefully this makes sense to somebody. Hopefully this makes sense to somebody. But yeah, I talked to a lot of people. Like I said before, we like one year we talked about the you know, like the sharing business information and stuff on the community page. People are really starting to like help each other out, y'all. People are starting to help people out. People are thinking more collaboration than competition. Well, that's what I'm seeing for you. So like I said, I'm seeing an awakening happening here. Seeing an awakening happening. That's what I see for you. See you all in the next video. Bye.